And you know, because right now we're talking a lot about personal trainers, and just because that's who we deal with a lot more. As far as physical therapists in a traditional sense, chiropractors in a traditional sense, even doctors in a traditional sense, in their traditional setting, would this be something that would benefit them, and could they apply it in their practice legally?
Yes. Okay. Right. So there's a couple of parts to that question. First off, I'm not a legal advisor, and you guys are even more confusing than the UK because you have different rules and regulations from state to state to state. Okay. Right. So I couldn't possibly answer that from an absolute perspective, from a legal perspective. What I can say though is that really, if you're from any one of those healthcare professions, what this material isn't teaching you anything that you don't already know, right? You're going like, well, why should I pay for it? And come on, right? It's teaching you how to apply what you already know in a more practical, useful way. But you have already been trained in neurology, you've already been trained in anatomy, you've already been trained in physiology. Nothing that I'm about to teach goes against anything you've already been taught, anything that you're already certified for, anything that you already hold your state license for. Nothing. I'm making an assumption here, but every program I've looked at covers anatomy, physiology, neurology, right? It covers all of that. The only difference is it's teaching you to make subtly different interpretations, but at the same time, you've already spent a lot of time and a lot of money developing a physical therapy skill set. This isn't saying throw out the baby with the bathwater and just BodyMAP. This is saying you already have all those skills. Here, have another set. Right. What I will say is that recently I had a British Olympic Committee physiotherapist come, and she'd referred a client to my business, and she wanted to come and observe one of the training and assessment sessions. And within minutes of being there, she was just blown away by what we were doing, because she said, even with her, now here are two parts of this. First off, a master's degree in physical therapy. Secondly, good enough at what she does to be on the British Olympic Committee, right? And what we were doing was assessments that she's never seen put together in the way that we put them together, and seeing results immediately there and then in front of her eyes that she couldn't credit. She was like, I don't know how you're doing that, right? So this is from a physical therapist. We've had similar with osteopaths and similar with chiropractors who've just said, okay, I actually get all the science, I just didn't know you could use the science that way. And that's the difference, right? So that's really what we're talking about. Like, I'm certain that as I'm sitting there as a physical therapist, when I'm there in Miami in a couple of weeks' time, you're going to listen. You're going to be nodding at all of it and going, I know that. Yes, I knew that already. I knew that. I don't think there's going to be anything that I teach you that you're going to say I didn't know it, right? But what will probably happen is you go, I didn't know I could apply it that way,
right?
And that's the big difference. That's the big difference, and that's why I would say, even to physical therapists, to chiros, etc., it's still the program for you. But of course, also built into all of my programs is that you can come and attend the half of the first day and sit through it. And if you think that Dax Moy is talking a bunch of crap, and it's or even if you don't think it's a bunch of crap, but you think it's beneath you, you go, well, I know this stuff from years ago, and this isn't going to make any difference to me whatsoever. You can get up, kind of nudge me at the lunch break and say, hey, would you mind depositing that money back in my PayPal account, and I'll do it before your car gets home. I don't want or need money from people that don't need the education. But I'm very happy to take it from those that do. So, but no, I haven't met anyone, and a lot of people have been through these programs, even in the old form, even in the KCA form, that would leave and go, wow, I didn't know that stuff, or I didn't know how to apply that stuff. The BodyMAP stuff takes it up to a completely new level. So people used to get wowed by the old stuff. They're going to be blown away by the new stuff.